Empress Hero's Wisdom Trial. Oh, there's a update. So how was it? Did you enjoy our dungeon? I knew it would be the case. But the further down I went, the more monsters I encountered. I guess the fact that I hardly encountered any before was because of my skill. Sorry, the upper floors went so smoothly that I can't really give you much feedback. I can imagine it's not something you could have helped. Well, I still want you to continue going further down. You know I'll die if my luck runs out, right? Don't worry, as long as you're in the dungeon, you'll get resurrected. I guess I still want someone to give me feedback regarding the easier, higher flows. Maybe I should ask Aaron. Menzia? I managed to sneak past Harold to come hang out with you guys, but I can't really entertain you with anything in this room. I have already had plenty of sweets anyway, but about what you were just saying, seeing Aaron thrive in the dungeon has made me really want to go on an adventure. True, then do you know of any other dungeons outside of Tempest that might be worth exploring? I have no need to worry. I'll have a demon lord and a healer beside me. But this region's pretty well maintained now, so there shouldn't be anywhere dangerous. Met this odd party in the dungeon who told me about that they had explored somewhere pretty dangerous. They were all clad in this black armor that had wings, and they easily caught up with us, even though we had reached further down than anyone else's had. I was just as surprised as you are. They told me that they had hardly encountered any monsters. Not sheer luck, the black armor with wings that you mentioned sounds pretty gnarly. It's utilizing some sort of special aura, and that's why the monsters are wary of it. On the lower floors, shouldn't be scared off by a bit of aura, and so how's that armor related to the ruins? The armor gave them a really dark vibe, but they were really pretty easygoing. They said that they were poking at the giant ant nests when suddenly the ground collapsed and they fell into this underground ruin. I thought you'd say that, and it sounds like the perfect place for me to explore and go adventuring. Two days later, I had to get changed, but you're wearing the same outfit. She's possessing a homunculus. Then where's the real elements? Why go through all the trouble? If I didn't do this, my aura would just repel all the monsters. Just how far does Masayuki let go, and how strong does a monster have to be to pick a fight with him? And in order to do so, I had to become weaker. We should find out. Let's head straight to the parts of the forest that we haven't explored yet. We may encounter sword grizzlies. They are tough enough, even for Gobta. You know I couldn't see through Gobta's attacks, right? If things really start to get dangerous, I'll make sure to save you. He's with the Demon Lord. Maybe they're gonna have a duel, but it doesn't seem like that. That's definitely what's going on. Let's get going. We won't be able to explore if things turn into a big deal. You alright? I don't want to stay there either. Masayuki! That skill of yours shows weird, isn't it? It's basically brainwashing. I thought the same thing. I seem to recall Raphael saying something like that before. It actually does. That actually comes with struggles. I sure hope that's it. Then in that case, that black armor must be pretty powerful. Did this party say anything else about it? They said it was probably just their imagination, but apparently ever since they started wearing it, they have been spacing out more often. That said, they all seem to be in good spirits. If it really is something dangerous, we definitely don't want the armor ending up in Tempest. We are really not seeing any monsters. If they are not coming out, then we'll just have to lower them out like this. It's huge and scary. I guess we'll be able to holy shit. That's about the same as a sword grizzly. Go take it down with your sword skills. This is totally not happening. Don't just stand there, help me. Come on, any normal person would faint in the sight of such huge ants. I've been desensitized ever since I got here. It's got me. Huh? What? Oh, it's just blank. Okay, there you go. Seems like the ground's collapsed, so the whole area is filled with underground ant nests. You got lucky again. How far does your luck go? Don't be like that. We just discovered the path to the ruins. This hole connects to the artificial underground passage partway. Given the direction, I'm certain that leads to the ruins. Sometimes I wish I never got this skill. Then it is a path unexplored by the party you mentioned. That means that anything could happen. I don't like this one bit. Swarms of monsters are nothing to worry about, but this Doe's puzzle mechanism, now that's some human trickery. This is bad. I can feel a consoling presence. Maybe this place was originally an underground waterway, and I guess we'll just get to learn a little about how the people here lived back then. Oh, more mushrooms. It's not so damn too that tons of mushrooms growing everywhere. How are you so calm? Look at them all. They're disgusting. They do look pretty scary. I guess it's another case of me being so desensitized. A fairy little princess. What, Rimuru? Nothing. Masayuki, the heavenly emperor of the great Sorcerer's dynasty, Thalion herself, is asking you to save the day. A real hero could easily take it down. Don't breathe so heavily, you could end up inhaling the enemy's spores. Wow, seriously, I've never imagined your skill to be this powerful. Wary of us, the mushrooms release their spores. Seemed near my bats, inhaled the spores and went into a frenzy. Got bitten to death. Insane. Also died from inhaling the poison. Once again, you managed to win without ever drawing your sword. It looks like he'll have no problem getting down to the 50th floor. He's way stronger than any magical beast. He'd easily kill me if we went head on. Both from the same mold, but you have been totally desensitized since you got here. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Apparently, he was suddenly transported here. I've seen a lot of in my time, but I've never seen the very moment an otherworldly arrives. So, could you tell me what it's like? How about how I was transported here? I don't really understand how it happened. Did you do the event gotcha yesterday? I was walking home from school, chatting with my friend. You're a smartphone zombie. I mean, not like you have to worry about that again. I'll never be able to play the game again. I mean, I have no idea how to ever get back to Japan. Yuki himself was missing things from here, like manga. Don't you ever wish you could go back to your old life? Even though it's not exactly peaceful here, and trouble never seems to cease, all things considered, I'm enjoying things here. He's actually more serious than he puts on, so I'm sure he respected my last wish. He died back home and was resurrected here. My parents probably would have seen my PC by now. Now I don't want to go back. You shouldn't have had files like that at your age. As much as I am interested in your lives in the other world, could you get back to describing what it was like? I was talking with a friend while walking home, and suddenly from up ahead, check it out. I saw an unusual lady with blue hair, so I tried to point her out to my friend. It didn't look like she had dyed it either. She had a sheen to her hair that seemed so natural. Someone from this world, I think. Why would having blue hair make someone another worlder? Back in our world, people mostly had black, brown, or blonde hair. Those were like the only colors that grew naturally. Only 3 colors. That sounds like a rather bland world. Yeah, in the country where me and Masayuki lived, you rarely ever saw someone with natural blonde hair, but there were plenty of them in other countries, and you couldn't have blue or green hair unless you dyed it. Impossible. That's what made her blue hair really stand out. But when I turned back, my friend had disappeared, and I found myself in an unfamiliar town. Where's my teacher? What's going on here? Despite always looking down on my teacher, I found myself asking him for help in the moment of panic. You used to be a teacher in Ingracia, didn't you? Back then, I was really at my wit's end. I kept contemplating all sorts of things. I mean, I suddenly got transported to somewhere while looking at her. I guess it isn't exactly decisive evidence. There's people with all sorts of hair colors here. I see someone with blue hair, but that's not the lady from before. Doesn't that girl causing something like this usually come with you? I was hoping things would play out conveniently like that. There's an opening. Seems like we have reached the ruins. It's no wonder why the boss has his eyes on him. Those traces of what seems to have been a house. I guess this area must have been where people lived. A barrier and an odd one too. Absorbs magicals. Once we enter, even I probably wouldn't be able to resist its course. Black Armor Masayuki mentioned. You'd be able to resist the barrier as long as you've got that black armor with the winds. If that's so, for now I'll have to use my Lord's ambition to resist it. We are supposed to be the knights in shining armor protecting the Heavenly Emperor. Go for the houses that are still in good shape. Thanks, both of you. I found it here already. There was a coffin all wrapped up in chains. I found the armor in the coffin, but honestly, I was afraid there was going to be a vampire inside. It seems that due to the taking the action to protect the individual Elsmelza, Masayuki's heroic behavior will activated. We need another set. Analyze it for me, Raphael. I will apply the same powers to you, Master. That's crazy. Your chosen ones just as crazy too. In such a short time. I couldn't figure out how to break the codes, but here was one thing I found out. What would that be? The barriers, almost like these entire runes, they're protected by a spell. The only reason I can think of is demons. Now that you mention it, this armor does look like demon-like. I'm sure we'll find out soon. I made the right choice to file. While Masters, you can remove. Both know me that Elsmelza, she won't be fooled by my act. I had better keep following them. We have started encountering more and more enemies ever since we got here. Maybe these lesser demons have gotten stronger through incarnation. I was just wondering where they found the vessels, logically thinking there would be people who once lived in these ruins. You okay, Master Sayuki? I was kind of spacing out. Come on now, that black armor of yours. And then in that case, the black armor must be pretty powerful if it can repel as many monsters. It was probably just the imagination, but apparently, yep, I remember that. Could it be a side effect from the armor? So the mental coercion must be stronger than I thought, since it's able to affect you. That's the snag. If you start spacing out again, I'll make sure to snap you out of it. We found it in your average house, so I wonder if people back then had no problems wearing it. Sounds like there's a treasure here. Let's keep moving. Then why don't you just devour them all in one go? But I don't want to accidentally destroy the entire ruins. I want to keep this place in a state where we can still discover how these people used to live. You're more of a romanticist than I thought. I mean, if I wasn't a romanticist, I wouldn't have tried to create a country where humans and monsters coexist. You really all caught me by surprise when I received the invitation. It was all so sudden. No need to apologize. Like we promised, just tell me in advance. I'll make sure to do that. Alright then, we are leaving the lesser demons to you. If I took them on, I may accidentally destroy this place. Why didn't you just do that from the first place? And you want to figure out the limits of your skills, right? Why did they run away? They were fighting off by the demon lord and the hero. I did my best to suppress my aura. They noticed my presence and ran off. That hero shows lucky as they get. Well, if the enemies are gonna run off like that, then we can proceed without worry. The entrance, the door closed. Now I can't follow them. Did we get unlucky just now? That's not like you, Master Yuki. They may have been a highly advanced civilization. I can see magic circles engraved everywhere. You can read them. I can read some of them slightly older characters. No wonder you're the Heavenly Admiral. The painting over there looks like an obvious clue. Lucky as always, I was so close to solving that puzzle. Maybe activating that trap was actually a stroke of luck. We might have trapped an enemy inside or something. Well, at least we don't have to worry about lesser demons. I've solved it. Wait, this painting, half of its body is human, the other half is a demon. They wanted to become demons, not summon demon servants. Why in the world would they want that? I guess no matter what era or what world, there's always someone who wishes to become immortal. Perhaps they wore that armor in order to become demons. Those wings sort of make it resemble one. But that still doesn't explain why it makes people space out. Now we might be able to open the closed door. This key's not for the store. Then maybe it's for the door on the side. I do see a keyhole there, but we'll need to untangle the chains first. Look closely, each chain has a tiny gap in it. I think it's a big chain made of wind puzzles. That doesn't. Let's solve them one by one. They look pretty heavy, so I'll lift them up with magic. It's impossible to solve them one by one. I think we need to solve all the winds at the same time. The results of my analysis. Is that right? She had the answer almost as quickly as you did. I'll do exactly what you say. Okay, and open the last one without moving it. It would make perfect sense for it to be drawn to you since the armor we are wearing. Do I really have to do this on my own? Let's hope I can handle it, but please remove the wind puzzles as fast as you can. A new vessel? Are you talking about me? Give me a break. It's mine. I've removed the chains. How is it going for you? Watch out. This guy takes physical damage since it's incarnated body. I was spacing out again. This almost shows inconvenient. Here you go. I just realized something. If I keep wearing this armor, it might take over your body. It was probably made in order for the wearer to become one with a demon. We have reached the dead end. It doesn't look like there's any treasure here. Wait. An archdemon wants a temporary body, but the other's a healthy young man. I can see he'll be a formidable opponent. I'll claim his body, and that unfathomable power is my own. The coast again, you okay, Elsmelda? Elsmelza? I can deal with the coast, but it's a bit tricky taking on an archdemon with this body. I won't be able to overwhelm it, so I'll need to outsmart it. Young man, you shall protect me. Snap out of it, Masazuki. How unfortunate for you that those foolish humans went out of the way to devise such armor. They certainly sound like the perfect vessels for demons, so I'm guessing that this town was destroyed because of all the people ended up becoming vessels for you and your demon friends. Others, yes, but an archdemon like myself must carefully select the vessel. But this young man is ideal for me. Let me use him as my vessel. He'd simply just let you. I can still fight even in this body. Incredible, even in her limited state, she's about to rape out that archdemon. But the coast isn't supposed to work on her. It seems like it's not me, but my armor that's being controlled. How cunning, leave the homunculus behind and head back to Thalion for now. That's probably a good idea. You're up against a demon who hasn't incarnated yet. Physical attacks won't work, so watch out. Use your sword to attack that demon lord. As if. That's a good boy. Now strike. What do you think you are doing? After all this time, I finally know now, no matter how much you try to run or hide, there comes a time when you have to put up a fight. Now that I have drawn my sword, I'll slay you, I'll strike you down. Have you already forgotten that woman's advice? Swords won't work on him. That armor's mana, it's wrapping itself around the sword. Hiya! Stop it, stop it. The coast didn't break. It seems due to the releasing. He has resisted the coast. You are finished. I lost to some kid. Nice one, Masayuki. I did it. Let's head back to town, okay? I found it here just now. The demon probably had it. You really are full of surprises. You did great today. The way you stood up to that demon was definitely the act of a hero. I just got caught up in the moment. How's it going? I'm back in a normal body now. Thank you for solving all those puzzles. No need to thank me. When I woke up in Thalion, Elrond was passed out with his eyes rolled back. By the way, Shuna's parfait was delicious. Here you are. You even recreated these. Thank you. Judging from his reaction, this parfait is also a dessert from your world. What does your age in general have to do with eating a dessert? You should have simply enjoyed them without worry. What are you gonna do with that mirror? I broke its course and now I'm having Kobe inspect it. We are free from the barrier here. I have also removed the course on the armor worn by that party you met. Watching how you manage things in the ruins, I'm convinced that you'll be able to win fair and square. Go take on that 50th floor champ.